Hey guys, me and Team here. Welcome to a little bonus episode of Civilization V. And in this particular game, well, I was screwing around on Emperor, Fractal, just standard stuff. And yeah, I just built one city, just the capital. I wanted to see how that would work. And this is going to be my first attempt at a culture win then. And I figured I'd show it, why not? So here it is. I started off tradition, spammed a lot of wonders. I'll show London in a minute. Pretty much just went for aristocracy. Then I went for commerce, actually, merchant navy. And then I went freedom and order, with random stuff taken in between, and then finally into piety. So, here we go. I'll take free religion to complete this social policy tree. And that gives me the ability to take 2 more. So now, I have the ability to build the Utopia project, which is not cheap, but production focus. Now this city is interesting. It actually, well, here you have the 226 science. I actually unlocked City of Lights and City of Gold each in this Let's Play. And City of Gold, I just did this, and I was running a golden age, so it pushed me over. Simple enough. So yeah, I'll now have the Utopia project in 2 turns, like 20 turns. I guess I can show what I'm doing here. Produced quite a few buildings. In fact, you may notice that I have every major building in the game available to me so far, as well as quite a few wonders. If you look over here, a lot of national wonders. Pretty key to working with one city. But yeah. And I built all the buildings as well that I could. So yeah, I did the relatively new, newly talked about strategy of just going straight for the National College from your first city. Just click on writing to start the game, and yeah, build library, National College. Yeah, I also built the UN, but nobody's going to be winning that. It's kind of a deadlock there. And I just built it because I had nothing else to do for the heck of it. Now, as for my Diplo strategy, it follows similar to the last Let's Play. If you have a situation where someone's hostile to you early, and you're doing this, then you have no choice but to form some declarations of friendships to try to stay alive. However, if you really don't have anyone hostile to you, you can just sit there in your one city and don't make pacts of friendship with anybody, because if you don't, well, you're not going to piss anybody off, and they just stay friendly as long as you don't do anything to annoy them. The other guy was Egypt, by the way. He was conquered, and America is getting owned as well now. America actually finished the Apollo program. They're the only civilization that has done so. But now they lost Washington. It's doubtful they'll be able to produce enough parts in time. Plus, I'm building the Utopia project, so there's that as well. Notice London's pretty strong from all the buildings I built too. Ooh, a golden age. That should cut into the time considerably. Finally discovering lasers. And I just clicked on giant death robot. Actually, nuclear fusion. I could actually build them in a reasonable period of time, thanks to how strong the capital is. I've had better capitals, though. I only have a couple hills in this capital, and not a lot to say in terms of that. Yeah, just not a lot of forests, not a lot of hills. I didn't get a lot of engineers, so instead I made these, great scientist things and a couple landmarks for culture. But yeah, I've had more productive cities. I've had cities that were riverside with manufactories from great engineers, and then they had the factory. Oh, that reminds me, I should probably buy some more coal. I'd forgotten because I didn't need it after I built everything. But let's get some coal too. Unfortunately, you cannot trade for only one resource. Like, say I wanted to trade for one, like, what do you want for this? Well, it moves it back to 3. There's no way to trade for one. But anyway, that should help me out here. Anyway, just closing in on Utopia Project. I'm curious how this ends. Yeah, 114 strength. That would not be easy for anything to attack, especially since I have mech infantry, and I can produce units with 45 experience, and they start with a morale promotion as well. I also have oligarchy and nationalism, so I mean, you'd be talking, if I fought something on open terrain, almost 100 strength within my territory. Plus, I have the 114 strength city shooting at it. Of course, the one thing that could really screw me over is nukes, and a couple civs do have the Manhattan Project, so that's no good. But leading up until now, no big deal. And yeah, I'll just throw it into their golden age, or should I artist bomb just to anger somebody? I think I'll do that on like the final turn, and let's see. No, I have 8 turns left on it. I'm just gonna get enough golden age to finish the Utopia project. I'm not gonna screw around. Well, more so than I am this game. But yeah, with all the bonuses for being within borders, for a lot of the game I would have been pretty tough to attack just because I had such a high city strength, and I had a reasonably good unit here, or I could have upgraded it if I needed to do so. And it's kind of choky, which is part of the reason my capital sucks. Okay, Solomon built Apollo, but yeah, he doesn't have time now. Hey, atomic theory, excellent. I'll vote for myself once again. And yeah, I bought out some city-states, but yeah, eventually the AI killed them anyway. And plus, they were really only helpful early. I get another social policy while building the Utopia project. I did not do this efficiently at all, but it was fun to make a super city and to get some achievements unlocked. I wouldn't even know what to do with this now. Yeah, I can't be active during freedom, so honor. How awesome would it be if I could get discipline on top of everything else and truly get like plus 100 in my capital? Ah, see, I could have artist bombed to get myself some uranium, or I could just buy it off of somebody who hates France and smack France around with the giant death robot. 1,000 hammers for a giant death robot. Although I can see why. The thing is scary. Yeah, everything else is like 50 strength, and giant death robot's like, oh hi, I have 150 strength. Of course, just nuke it, right? So the AI tends to like to nuke your capital, so you can get like a couple giant death robots out here and start fighting, and they can nuke your capital to hell, but you'll just conquer the world. I'm kind of tempted to try that out, but I haven't won culture yet, so that's what I'll do. Yeah, interestingly, even the high-level AIs, although I'm certain deity would be an exception, they tech pretty far, but they're not so good about closing out the win. So even though they're huge and they're more literate than me and everything else, well, it's not looking too important, is it? Of course, more AI spam on the winning turn. Yeah. One to rule them all, best state of a republic, and to stand the test of time. Oop. Quite a few achievements right there. I don't really want a poet honoring me, but what can you do? Well, I'm number 1 in approval, not surprisingly. Well, you know what? I was number 6 across the board in a lot of things, but once they start dying, they I get ahead of them, right? I'm actually better than America in production, which is really sad because they have several cities left. And also beating America in demographic population because they're losing cities. and obviously going to be Egypt just because they were wiped off the map. Where am I? Come on, a win on Emperor, and it gives me Neville Chamberlain. Well, whatever. I probably deserve it for the way I played. Victory! But there you go, that's a win. So, regardless of score, that takes care of the game. Just thought I'd show that off. Yeah, what the heck, I'll build Manhattan Project. So, yeah, hope you guys like this little mini episode showing the end of a cultural game with one city. Thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you don't. Me and team, signing off.